Have you ever stood at a crossroads in life, looking out at two paths, both shrouded in fog? You know you have to choose, but you can't see what lies ahead on either. That feeling, that deep uncertainty, is something we all face. And today, we're diving into a story from ancient times, about a man named Abram, who faced perhaps the biggest unknown journey of all. It's a story of faith, not when everything is clear, but when nothing is. Learning to trust anyway. Imagine Ur of the Chaldeans, a bustling, vibrant city. Abram lived there with his family. He had a stable life, a home, a community. But one day, a whisper, a calling echoed in his heart. Not from a map, not from a prophet he could see, but from an unseen God. Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. Imagine that. Everything familiar, everything safe, stripped away with a single, unprovoked command. No map, no detailed itinerary, just a promise. Abram, a man rooted in his land, must have felt the weight of such a request. But in Sarai, he found a partner whose quiet strength and steadfast loyalty echoed his own budding faith. She didn't question the destination. She trusted the one who called them. Sarai, with a gentle, understanding smile, looking at Abram. "Abram, you look troubled. What weighs on your heart?" Abram replies, "Sarai, I hear a voice. It calls us to leave everything, to journey to a land unseen, promised by a God unknown to us in this way." Sarai then responds, "Then where he calls you, Abram, I will follow. Even if the path is unseen, his promise is our guide." And so they began their journey. Not with fanfare, not with a clear destination on a map, but with a radical act of trust. They didn't have certainty, only a promise. The desert stretched before them, a blank canvas for their faith. Every step was a choice to believe in the unseen, to hope for the unknown. This wasn't just a physical journey, it was a profound spiritual migration. There must have been days filled with doubt, moments when the vastness of the desert felt overwhelming, when the promise seemed distant, days when Sarai might have wondered, are we truly on the right path? But each time, they held on to that whisper, that initial call. They learned to see God, not just in grand pronouncements, but in the provision of water in arid lands, in the shade of a meager tent, in the strength they found in each other. Finally, they arrived in the land of Canaan. But even here, it wasn't a sudden, perfect settlement. They were still sojourners, living in tents, strangers in a new place. The promise was unfolding, but slowly, gradually, requiring continued faith. This was not the end of their journey, but a new chapter in their walk of trust. Abram and Sarai's story isn't about having all the answers. It's about recognizing the voice, however faint, and stepping out anyway. It's about enduring the discomfort of not knowing, and choosing to believe that the one who called them is faithful. For us, their story reminds us that faith isn't the absence of doubt. It's the courage to move forward despite it. It's trusting that even when we can't see the whole picture, there's a divine purpose guiding our steps. Just like Abram and Sarai, we too are called to journeys of faith, to trust in the unseen, to hope beyond what we can immediately grasp. So next time you stand at those misty crossroads, remember their story. Remember that true faith often begins where certainty ends. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share.